Hello, my name is Andrew Thake from Minds and Money. Delighted to be joined today by Jose Vizquerra, who's the President and Chief Executive Officer of O3 Mining. Delighted to have you with us today, Jose.
Thank you, Andrew, very much for having us in your program. We're really happy to be here.
Jose, O3 Mining is all about developing the next gold mine in Quebec. Why gold and why Quebec?
Well, gold has been in the industry forever, has always been a place of refuge, especially in days like today where we see gold going over $2,000 per ounce. So it's a good a good place to be with no doubts. Why Quebec? I think there is no better place today to do exploration than Quebec for many reasons, because gold has been, replaced in the sense that some of the mines start losing the gold, and then other mines are going to be bringing the gold, and that's part of our job in this beautiful mining cycle. And we're part of a solution to Val-d'Or at the end, because we want to make sure that Val-d'Or continue to grow and that we continue to give back to the communities, and we get our shareholders to make money, which at the end, that's what we are devoted to stakeholders and shareholders.
Mm-hmm. And you've got a number of projects, of which the main one is the Marban project. How is that progressing at the moment?
Correct. So Marban is a phenomenal project. It is only crossing the railroad from the Canadian Malartic mine. Marban has right now essentially 10 years of production. It is at a rate of 160,000 tons per year. Ounces per year, sorry, that has been shown in our pre-feasibility study. Very important to mention, no? I mean, pre-feasibility study is one of the highest level of the different studies that you could have. All the resources that we have shown in the pre-feasibility study are measured and indicated, which means the highest quality and in the category of resources. So all of these resources move then to reserves as soon as the mine plan is being built. So this is very important to mention. So the risk is very low. The net present value of Marban is around $463 million at a 5% discount rate, and gold price of $17 per ounce. So at these prices of $2,000 per ounce, you can imagine what the fundamental value it is. As of today, it is $463 million for a company that is worth $100 million market cap, and where we have investments for at least $50 million. So you have a 10 bagger from where we are on an enterprise value to where we can get in terms of fundamental value.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the great thing about O3 Mining is it's not just the Marban project. You've also got the Alpha projects as well. I think you recently had an update of some results from the Alpha project. Can you give some of the viewers an idea as to some of those results?
Yes, we have 25 kilometers east from Marban, we have the Alpha project, which is on the south side of El Dorado, and on the western side from Agnico Eagle's mine, or future mine, Colacasaba, and a place where we feel extremely comfortable. We have over 1 million ounces there where we have been working for now 2.5 years. It was a company that we bought from a company called Alexandria Minerals.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, you've also recently made investments in both Cartier Resources and also Moneta Gold as well. What sort of compelled you to make those investments?
Well, that's very interesting that you mentioned. More than investments was a reallocation of our properties to put them together with other properties, and that combined would make more sense. For example, in the case of Moneta Gold had the properties. On the northern side was Garrison, our property. By putting them all together, now when you run the preliminary economic assessment, the value will be much higher. So we did that because of that, and as today we have 24% of Moneta Gold. In the case of Cartier had a very little property in the middle of all our property on the eastern side of Val-d'Or. We were not doing much work. It had potential. All the mineralization from Cartier was going to this ground, so it was better to put it all together, and we have 18% or so of Cartier resources. So today, those investments, we believe, especially with these markets, will re-rate So on top of having Marban and Alpha, now we have these other investments, and put us into a very good financial position.
So what are your sort of like plans for, say, the next 6 to 18 months? What are the key kind of timelines and catalysts that investors into O3 Mining can expect?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because all what we will do in the next couple of months is to keep adding into fundamental value. So today we have the pre-feasibility study with $463 million market cap, net asset value. And what we are doing is we're working into more exploration to add resources, so then this fundamental value can keep growing. As of today, we're working in Marban in an area called Malartic H and Malartic High Grade, where we expect to have a resource by June. And at that point, we will continue to evaluate and reevaluate all what we have with regards to Marban. And we will continue to work on the engineering side, on keep making engineering improvements into the project.
One thing that I like about O3 Mining is your commitment to ESG, and that ESG seems to be very, very front and center of mind at O3 Mining. Can you just talk a little bit about some of the ESG initiatives that you've undertaken there?
ESG is part of our core values, is part of our principles. Reason why we pay a lot of attention to environment, social, and certainly governance as well. And as part of that, we were one of the few companies, or first companies, being certified by Ecologo, which is a certification given by the Association of Geologists in Quebec. And that means that essentially we follow certain protocols that are being the guidelines given by the association. And we just intend to do the best we can in order to serve us, the communities, and our shareholders now.
And just one final question. There's obviously a lot of other gold mining companies out there. What sort of sets you out from your peers?
The fundamental value, with no doubts. I mean, the fact of having a pre-feasibility study, which is one of the highest levels of the different studies, set us different from our peers, and certainly the opportunity here for investments, for shareholders. No, this is one of those companies that has been built on fundamental value, and I am sure that this company will get the value that it deserves. It's not a matter when, it's not a matter if we will get there, but when we will get there. No, so the more we communicate about this opportunity, the more opportunity we have to make sure that our investors are being served.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, Jose. We really do wish you all the best. We're looking forward to seeing you at our upcoming Mines and Money London Connect event in just over a week's time. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Andrew, for having us, and we're looking forward to be back at Mines and Money.
Thank you.